Hi, my name is Jun Iwasaki. I am the concertmaster of your Kansas City Symphony, and I'm here to talk about something really unique that's going to be happening when we take the stage to play Mahler's epic Fourth Symphony. What Mahler asks for the concertmaster to do in this piece is to have two different violins prepared. And the reasoning is he asks for a different tuning of the violin, which puts a lot of pressure on the actual instrument, the wood, the bridge. You can't be doing this back and forth throughout the piece using your pegs. So what we do as concertmasters that are getting ready for this piece is that we prepare two different violins. We have our normal violin that we use that's tuned in the standard tuning, which is G, D, A, E. And that's the basic tuning that we always use for every piece that we've grown up playing. There's a few pieces that maybe have one string tuned differently, but never an entire instrument tuned differently. So when this happens in this piece, he actually writes the music completely differently so that what we see isn't what we hear. So for those, any of you that know what perfect pitch is or have perfect pitch, it's kind of a nightmare to play because you're not hearing what you're seeing. But I would love to show you the example of the different types of timbre that this tuning can create. So normally on this violin, we have very kind of warm sounds. And that's because it's just set up for that right type of tuning. Now, throughout this piece, I will be switching back and forth. And the reason is I am supposed to be representing the sound of death playing the violin. And we tune up the strings a whole step, an entire whole step. So instead of G, we have A. Instead of D, we have E. Instead of A, we have a B. Instead of our open E string, the E turns into an F sharp. So it becomes a very tight sound, kind of like pokes at you. So you have... So the main theme that you're going to be hearing throughout the second movement is this. It's great to be able to have that sound, but there are moments where I have to actually switch back to my regular instrument. So going from kind of the fiddle sound back to the very classical violin sound, you'll see me switching violins throughout this movement because during the solos where I'm representing death, I'm using the tuned up violin. But then all of a sudden I'll have to join my colleagues in my violin section and play on my regular instrument when it says switch. Every time this piece, this Mahler's Fourth Symphony, gets programmed into a season, it's something we as concertmasters need to plan ahead for quite a bit because it does take time for all the pressure, that the tension that the strings are creating on the instrument to hold. It is one of those unique situations where there's a lot more pre-planning, but it's something that I always enjoy playing. It's fun to show that effect to the audience, and I think it's a fun event to kind of see the interactions that I have with switching the violin back and forth. And so we hope that you will come join us to listen to Mahler's Fourth Symphony on the weekend of June 2nd through 4th.